So hold on.
Is that about on the Diamond One team?
Yes, good call, because David would be pissed. So
He'll be all right.
Dude, we just practiced.
Leadership Garage, man. Just do Leadership Garage.
Yeah, right. I know. Good afternoon. My name is Mike Lindley, and I am with the Diamond One team and DeNovo Realty. Thought it would be great today if we could come in and talk a little bit about the VA mortgage and some myths. And so I decided to bring in my buddy Craig. So Craig, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Absolutely. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Good to be here. Good to be with everybody out there today. I am Craig Neri. I work with the Aligned Education Foundation. We are a nonprofit that teaches veteran and military members about their VA home loan benefit. We started this because 85% of military members and veterans will never use their VA home loan benefit, and we think that's a foul. They've committed to serve our country and defend our country and its freedoms, yet they don't own a piece of the land that they've served to defend. So we want to change that statistic. We'd like to ensure that 85% of veterans and military members actually use their benefits. So we teach veterans and military members how to use their VA home loan benefit.
That is so awesome. Well, today, I want to cover some myths through the VA because, a lot of my customers are VA clients.
Correct.
And they come to me and they're confused and they're like, I didn't know. And so whenever we educate them, they feel better about the process. So I thought it'd be fun if we did some myths. So tell us about some myths that you hear about the VA.
Yeah, I hear these every day, actually. And we'll start with probably the one that I hear the most, and that is you can only use your VA for the first home that you purchase.
What?
That's absolutely not the case. However, a lot of veterans, I speak to a lot of folks that have got out of the military a while ago, so in the American Legions and those types of organizations where these people haven't served for a very long time. And a lot of the rules have changed. So back in the day, you could only use your VA home loan to purchase your first home. That's just simply not the case today. You can buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and sell as many times as you want with a VA home loan now. And you can buy and rent as well until you run out of entitlement. So it is absolutely not true that you can only use your VA for your first home loan.
And just a side note, what is the entitlement for Brevard County?
So it's the county loan limit. There is no cap on your very first purchase on a VA home loan. So you can purchase as much home as you want. If you have no current loan, no current open VA loan, then you can purchase as much as you want. That changed on 1 January of 2020. And then in 1 January of 22, they changed the county loan limit to $647,200. So that only applies, though, if you have an existing VA home loan. Okay. So at that point, if you wanted to purchase a second home, it would have to be under that $647,200.
Okay, and of course you need to be able to afford it.
Correct, you got to be able to afford it.
So now the second myth I hear about is credit score. So what's up with the VA?
Yeah, I hear this one a lot too. I get a lot of calls that say, hey, I couldn't qualify for a VA loan, so I'm going to go conventional or FHA. There is no requirement by the VA, credit score requirement by the VA. If there is a credit score requirement, it's from the lender that particular lender that they chose to go to. So if they call and say, hey, I'm sorry you didn't qualify for a VA loan because of your credit score, it's the lender's requirement. It has nothing to do with the VA. If you can get a lender that will credit and income qualify you, then the VA will guarantee that loan.
Interesting. Okay,
absolutely.
That's great.
Yep.
What about funding fees?
Yeah, another one again. All these are such great topics that I talk about seemingly every single day. One of them being the funding fee. It's really an unknown in this space, even for veterans that purchase a lot of homes. I hear a lot of times that you have to pay the funding fee, and in most cases you do have to pay the funding fee. But if you're a veteran with at least a 10% disability or a Purple Heart recipient, then you absolutely do not pay the funding fee.
Mm-hmm. Now, is there a way to, let's say, once you become a veteran and you have your disability, but you paid a funding fee, is there a time limit that you can get that fee back?
Yeah, as long as you closed on the home, so it's a little bit complicated. That's a little open-ended question. What I would highly recommend, would be to work with your realtor, your good realtor, like Mike Lindley, and they can help you with the timing of that because it is very specific. Okay. So it's probably better to not give specifics in this case and just work with your realtor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about lenders. How important is it for the VA buyer to seek out a good lender?
Yeah, extremely important. And we always encourage folks to shop around. which brings us to the next myth, number 4, which is that you can't shop around because every time you go to another lender and apply, then it impacts your credit. That's absolutely not true. From the time that you first apply for your VA home loan, 45 days after that, you can apply as many times as you want without any additional impact to your credit. So in that 45-day period, you could apply 25 times, and that will allow you to shop different lenders and see what the best rates are, what fees they're charging, those types of things. So we always encourage folks to shop around. There will be no additional impact to your credit after the first one within 45 days.
Okay. Now you're talking about the fees. What's the myth about the fees?
Yeah, this is probably my favorite. As I bought a couple houses while I was in the military, used my VA loan, but really the only things I cared about was, hey, was the interest rate halfway decent and could I afford their payment? And I talked to so many veterans and military members out there. It's the same type of mindset. Is the interest rate seem okay, and can I afford the payment? Well, the reality is this banking industry is very complex, and every lender will charge different fees potentially. So I can't tell you, we don't have enough time today to go through all of those fees, but as an example, the VA allows lenders to charge up to 1% on origination fee, but that is a fee that you don't have to pay. But a lot of people don't know it, so they just get their contract and they look at the payment and the interest rate and then they sign away, but little did they know that there's thousands of dollars there in fees that they didn't have to pay. So it is not true. Again, as you shop around for lenders in that 45 days, you could compare those fees and ask questions and figure out which ones you should pay and which ones you don't have to pay.
And didn't you have a pretty good guy tell you about that?
Yeah, so when I purchased our house here in Brevard County, when I retired from the Air Force up in Titusville, I had a loan with a lender, and my great realtor asked me for the fee sheet, see if he could review it, and I sent it down. It turns out I was going to pay about $9,000 in fees. I just happen to be sitting with this realtor right now, the best realtor in Brevard County. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, give me my money, man. Just you got to give me my money. Thank you. Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, and there's one last myth that I'd like to cover,
Yeah.
and that's because I personally had a customer who came and the myth of bankruptcy and the VA
Absolutely.
loan. What's that about?
Yeah, so a lot of people think once you file bankruptcy on a VA loan that you can no longer use it. That is just simply not true either. It's based on your entitlement. So if you do have a bankruptcy in your past, you can go to your certificate of eligibility, which you can pull off the ebenefits.va.gov site, and review that certificate with a good realtor and a good lender, and they'll be able to walk you through the bankruptcy. But as long as you have entitlement left, you can still purchase a home using a VA loan.
Folks, we deal with a lot of military around here, a lot of veterans around here. Brevard County has a couple of bases in it, believe it or not, and a lot of retirees here. So there's a lot of opportunity to use your VA. So we definitely want to get more folks using their VA loans, and I hope this information provided to you today busts some of those myths and gives you the opportunity to use the entitlement that you so greatly earned. Well, Craig, I appreciate everything that you've done for us today. And now if anybody has questions and they would like to contact you, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, we're going to leave the contact information there on the screen. Just reach out to me either at the email address or phone number provided, and I will be able to walk them through any questions they have.
Awesome, man. I really appreciate you being here.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mike.